And welcome to the Atlas Arena here in Łódź. It's the start of the classification stage for 5th to 8th places in the Eurobasket Women for 2011. And how important these 5th to 8th places are. The 5th place team in this competition will earn their place in the qualification tournament for the London 2012 Olympic Games. Croatia and Latvia, having lost their semi-finals yesterday, start the final stage of the competition for them to try and reach the 5th place playoff and the place in the London 2012 Olympic Games. Around 9 minutes to go here for tip-off. This is the first of 3 games today here in the Atlas Arena. Latvia and Croatia have to put the disappointment of those semi-final defeats at the hands of Russia and the Czech Republic to one side to see if they can make the game to decide the last qualifier for the 2012 pre-Olympic qualification tournament. And here is confirmation of the game schedule today with this classification 5th to 8th game kicking us off. Then Montenegro and Turkey, and then later today Lithuania and France play in the 3rd and 4th quarterfinals of this year's Eurobasket for women. The Croatia-Latvia game kicks us off. The winner gets the chance to get into the 5th and 6th place playoff and the chance to qualify for London 2012. Last few preparations on that Latvian bench, and we're just going to get into the player introductions.
Chorwacja kontra Łotwa. Rywalizacja o miejsca 5-8. Jako pierwsza drużyna Łotwy. Latvia National Team Presentation. Number 4, Elina Bakina.
Elina Bakina leads out Latvia. What a great game she had. Almost single-handedly kept Latvia in the game yesterday with Russia. These two teams, as we see the Latvia roster, Bakina had a marvellous game yesterday, but Günter Basko will want to put the performance behind her yesterday. One of the leading players on this team really struggled to get herself going against a very, very complete performance by Russia. Lucas, the coach for Latvia, has taken this team so far, and obviously he now wants that opportunity to make London 2012. And here come the Croatian lineup, and Sandra Mandia, with Bakina kept Latvia in it. Mandia single-handedly gave Croatia some credibility in what was an absolute tremendous performance yesterday by the Czech Republic. If only Ivankovic could get more consistency out there, they could have had an opportunity. You see the lineup there, and Coach Bradic will want his team to pick themselves up after that really disappointing quarter-final loss. And there he is, and we're just about to stand for the national anthems. And we'll start with the national anthem of Latvia.
National anthem of Latvia.
The national anthem of Croatia. Just about 4 minutes to go before tip. Let's just remind you that these two teams played in the earlier rounds of this Eurobasket 2011, and Croatia blew a huge 15-point lead as we take a look at the three officials from Israel, Germany and Romania. But just tracking back to the performance of Croatia in that game in the earlier rounds. They led by 15 in the second half, and Latvia just dragged themselves back from 15 down. Ginter had a huge 16-point night. And it summed up Croatia. They were great. They were running, taking early shots, doing a tremendous job. There's the overall record of Latvia. Lost the quarterfinal to Russia. The 72-83 defeat. And Russia just came out of a tremendous performance. But they just need to get more consistency throughout the team. They are very, very reliant, incredibly reliant on 6 or 7, their first 6 or 7 players. And there's confirmation of that loss to the Czech Republic, and it was Croatia getting themselves back in it. Sandra Mandir had to sit down. She dragged them back to single digits almost single-handedly, then an 11-0 followed by an 11-2 run by the Czech Republic just killed the game. And both the Czech Republic and Russia incredibly impressive in those 2 wins. That leaves Latvia and Croatia facing off here in the first of the classification games, 4:58. Latvia and Croatia both didn't really bring the energy that they've shown in the first 2 rounds of this competition yesterday. They had the extra day off and it seemed to not really work in their favour. Latvia, for example, no one had got anywhere near 80 points before yesterday when Russia just came out of a complete performance. And only Montenegro got over 70. Their defence was normally very impressive. Yesterday, very, very lacklustre. Croatia the same, huge win against Spain to qualify for the quarterfinals. Maybe that was such an emotional drain that they ran out of steam against the Czech Republic team that just was so efficient and professional. Here's the starting 5 for Latvia, and Klubina and Taman on the inside. Ginter will be looking to really sign off this competition in the last 2 games with performances. She would not be one to remember for that performance in the quarterfinal yesterday, where she just came to try and lead her team to a famous victory, and it just did not happen for her. Starting lineup for Croatia: Masura, Mandir and Ipsik in the backcourt. Mazic and Sliskovic on the inside, and Ivankovic will be in, and if they can find a way to use her 2-metre-plus size, then Croatia could be a real handful for Latvia here. Last moments, coach's last few instructions, but this just make it clear as you see the statistics for their field goal percentage and how it has dipped in the last 3 games. So that does happen.
But you have to press them.
That does happen in these tournaments. They are marathons, not sprints. You don't win them in the first week, you win them in the second week. And Latvia would have come out of that first 2 rounds. A lot of confidence after beating defending champions France, only suffering 1 defeat against Montenegro. There's Sandra Mandri, who has literally just turned it up a level. Second in scoring, she ranks, nearly 16 points per game. And the great thing about that, those stats there, is not only is she scoring, but she's creating for her teammates. 4 assists. Well, what amounts to a semi-final for the 5th to 8th. Just about to get underway. The winners will progress to the 5th and 6th finals, 5th and 6th playoffs. The losers will have the pride game, 7th and 8th to play for. Neither of these teams want to be playing for pride. They want to be playing for a place in the qualifying tournament for London 2012. Well, six players of this Latvian team average well over 20 minutes a game. That wasn't enough yesterday. Is it going to be enough today? Here we go. First classification game in 2011 Eurobasket here in Poland. We're involved in the Atlas Arena as Akina will start things off for Latvia. Tamani goes up, a bit too strong, but gets her own rebound, kicks it back out, and Latvia will recycle. Lasko looks to get the give and go, doesn't get it. Akina gets it back. Lasko puts it on the floor, pulls up, long two, is off, and Croatia get their first chance to run the floor. Ipswich spends a lot of time on the floor, finds wide open at the top. Viskovic gets the nice, wide open mid-range look.
Pierwsze punkty numer 12, Lišković.
Not a dribble for Croatia there, but Lišković moved really well off the ball, found some space, and came up with a wide open two. Latvia have got to get some energy defensively. Babkina will come get this. It's very static. Babkina puts it on the floor, penetrates. Babkina goes baseline, turnover. 2 on. Well, they've got numbers here, 3 on 2 if they push. Gets to the foul line, and they've got a really weak-looking foul by Lasko. No defensive intensity at all for the Latvians.
8, number 8, Punta Baszko, pierwsze przewinienie osobiste, first personal foul.
And right across the arm. There's Missouri. Missouri on the free throw line. This is the first. She only shoots 70% for the tournament so far, so she doesn't want it slipping below that sort of figure. Makes second. Is Croatia have started a much more positive team, much more aggressive offensively. Possible hangover a little bit for Latvia as they try to get themselves on the scoreboard, stepping right off Taman. Basko gets it back. It's very static. Not a lot of movement, 4 seconds on the shot clock. Basko goes up, not going to get it away. It's a tough one. Just get it away at the end of the 24-second shot clock. Nice job on the boards by Jivka Klubina. And Latvia winning the battle on the board, but that's about it. Klubina outside the three-point line. Klubina penetrates. Klubina puts up the long two. Count those.
2 points. 14.
It's still very static. No ball reversal at all for Latvia. And Deer gets it on the move. Backs it out. Nothing early. Oh, nice early offense by Croatia. He created the three, but doesn't drop. Kakic very frustrated with herself. She's only taken a shot, missed a shot. I don't think it's the end of the world for her.
Numer 9, number 9.
As it gets called for the foul.
Pierwsze przewinienie osobiste,
As
first
Babkina was
personal foul.
aggressive in transition. 7:40 of quarter one. Still to go. Babkina. Offering Babkina the left hand. Forcing it down this side of the floor. Basko penetrates, that's a stronger penetration. And they wipe the score off. They've called that offensive, and Basko gets a second foul for the second game running. Basko picks up fouls early, and it really disrupts the Latvian rotations. Great stance by Sličković. Got a feet there, held a position, took the charge. Ipswich with the long two is no good, but Croatia, as a group, keep it alive. Well, space is good. There's lots of space in the key. Mandir pulls up for three. That's short. And the defensive rebound was hauled in by Karklina. Sura's going to pick up her foul for Croatia. That should be foul number 1. And substitutions off the Latvian bench. And Basko has to sit down. It's not the script that was written at the start of this game by Latvia. Karklina moves it into the half court. Dola's in the game for Basko. Karklina goes inside. Zemain's going to have the great defense. Just would not let that free foot step through. Karklina for three. Still very static, no ball reversal at all from Latvia. Everything's really under pressure. It's a nice penetration and an easy two for Ivzic. And Karklina pulls it out. 5-5 start. Smart's outside the three-point line. Karklina pulls up the two off the dribble. Nice looking pull up. Quick off the floor. Chance of the pressure on the break. Smart's asleep. And Sličković gets the easy two, and that's unforgivable. There's no defensive transition. Well, we're worried about the energy level. And if that's anything to go by, Tamar's really got to get herself focused on it. Steals again, and Croatia are much more the active team, much more the aggressor early. It's still only 7-7, but they've already created opportunities on the way. Ivzic comes out with another hustle play, goes baseline, tries and does. They just about recycle it. Another penetration to the basket, another foul, more free throws. And the signs are very, very good for Croatia. Ivzic just went so strong. Dola was just come in for Tabasco, taken straight out. Brady's in the game. And Ivzic makes the first. She can be one of the sparks for this Croatian lineup. She can explode, get points in a hurry. Well, she started this one really well. She comes up with 4 early points. Croatia have a 9-7 lead. We're halfway through the first quarter. Very slow. This Latvian offense is very slow, but nice penetration. And Karklina just exploded off the dribble. Mandir just a little bit flat-footed, caught flat-footed on that penetration and just reaches across. All the way around, they're going to get back to the top. He puts it on the floor, reverses it. Karklina to the basket, pull up, same slot before, but this is the long mid-range two, and much better effort by the Latvians there on the boards. They're trying to set this tempo. Karklina sparks into the gap. Got a mismatch, didn't really attack Ivzic. And we've got a
3-second violation.
3-second call. It's almost like there just needs to be more urgency from this Latvian offense. This package almost turned over. A bit of trouble just getting it into the half court. Package reverses it. Well, she's going again. She's off this time as Ivzic. She's feeling a little bit. Nice push. Karklina to the basket. Gets the two. That's a superb. 2 points in transition for Kristina Karklina. Just took off. That's more like Latvia being quick and athletic. under 4 to go. We've got a 9-9 game. There's a lot resting on this. 7 seconds on the shot clock. The pick and roll comes up empty. Latvia just about retain it, and they've got a chance to run. This is much better for Latvia. Latvia is on fire in the last minute or so. Gets to the basket in transition and pulls up on the foul line. Knocks down the 2. 11-9 Latvia. They look like they've woken up. Mandir wants the foul, doesn't get it. A skip pass deep in the corner for 3. It's off. Goes inside. Great pass, great break. Samar gets the easy 2. Timeout Croatia. And Latvia, from looking very, very lethargic, picked themselves up. The last 6 points have all been in transition, and they've opened up the 13-9 lead. Croatia came out of the gate really nicely and really generated a lot from their defense. They turned Latvia over 4 times in the first 7 minutes of this game. Only have 1 turnover of their own. But all of a sudden, Latvia with 3 consecutive stops and 6 points in transition have opened up the 4-point lead, and with 3:14 to go after the Croatia timeout, they'll have possession of the basketball. This is where you want your team. This is where Croatia will want to get a high percentage shot, will look to go inside. Will try and be the aggressor. Nice little defensive mix up here with Latvia. A little trap, half-court trap, slowing up Croatia. Back to a zone. And the bad shot is the result. That can't have been what was drawn up in the timeout. Latvia a chance to make this an 8-0 run. Samar's outside the 3, moves it on. Rakina gets it to Krieger, goes up and finds Tamar on the pass, and it's an 8-0 run, a 15-9 lead. Nice bounce pass. That's what they should have got coming out of the timeout. Sličković gets the easy 2 off the pick and roll, and the nice bounce pass. Latvia back in ball control mode here. Son moves it on. 3 is away, it's no good. Karklina can't get the offensive rebound, so Croatia will, with 2 minutes to go of the first quarter, bring it in from the sideline. Again, Latvia extending their defense. Really easy this time. The shot feet on the line, and Sličković very unlucky. Hung around, came up with a steal. Just could not hang on to it. 15-11 Latvia. Babkina. Jansen. Gets it on the baseline. Little turnaround jump shot. He's short. Never had herself set or balanced on that one. Oh, great transition basketball by Croatia. Get it deep inside. Little turnaround move is very sweet. And Iva Sličković has done a nice job with her 6 points in the first quarter, and that's, or 8 points, that's very good transition from Croatia. Babkina floats one. Jansen to the basket. Gets the drop.
Number 7.
Tamle moves on to 6 points for her. Either teams want to establish themselves, got to be at the defensive end. It's a little bit too free and easy at the moment. Latvia just about hang on to it. Karlina brings it down. Tammany finds her again, pulls the trigger for three. Here's good.
3 punkty, 3 points. Numer 10, number 10, Ian Priede.
Priede gets the three. Look at that. Beautiful movement off the ball. Gets her feet set. Great extension. Nothing but string. Croatia answer with a quick two. 2015. It's energy at the defensive end that's missing from both teams at the moment. Sigar gets the two for Croatia to close it to 5. And Latvia trying to hold for the last shot. Babkina coming off Tammany's screen. Gets the little pass, can't handle it. Plenty of time for Croatia to get the shot away. 6 seconds. Mendir pulls the trigger for 3. Is off. And the ball is retained by Babkina at the end of the first quarter. Latvia have the 2015 lead. Well, it's been free-flowing. The defensive effort might not be all that both coaches would be looking for. But at the end of the first quarter, Latvia have opened out a 5-point lead. They lead it 20-15. That's all the more pleasing for Latvia because of Gintabasko's foul trouble. Basko's only played 3 minutes in there. She's averaging 34 minutes.
Pomoći mi ništa ne koristi ako igrač ne djeluje u 2 smjera. Znači idu minu i povratak i čitamo šta igrač slobodno radi.
There are the stats from that first quarter, and as we said, apart from some poor three-point shooting by Croatia, that won't worry them because they will shoot the ball a lot. Both teams shooting 60 and 64% from the two-point line. That's an indication of how much defense there isn't. Latvia were very sloppy at the beginning with those 6 turnovers, but they had 4 of those in the first 4 minutes, so they've been a little bit better in controlling the ball. Sličević has 8 points for Croatia, whereas Tammany has 6 for Latvia. And both teams have had a lot of success going to the basket. Sličević had 8, shooting 4 from 4, hasn't missed. It's like, give her the basketball. I would hope that would be one of the requests from the Croatian bench. Well, Croatia were criticised in the game, in the group, for not being aggressive and getting to free throw line. Well, they've been there 4 times, and Latvia have yet to make a trip. I think that's more of an indication of the lack of defensive intensity at the moment. 15-20, Croatia trying to get straight back at Latvia, and they do.
3 punkty, 3 points, 15,
making a 2-point game straight away, just 10 seconds into the quarter, and just didn't think about it, just got a big set, knocked it down. Ball's moved on, bleating in the game. Penetration, all flow is no good. Well, Sličević is everywhere. More points on transition for Croatia. They turn it back over. And that's a nice effort by Karlina, who was the designated safe player then. Bleedy moves the ball on. Brady goes inside here. Klupina back to the basket. Takes it out though. Messi goes back in the possession. Got massive mismatch. Didn't really exploit it. End up with an airball. Klupina knocks it out of bounds. That will be Croatia basketball. Klupina found herself guarded by Sigar and just did not attack the small guard. And Latvia missed an opportunity there to score or get fouled in the low post. Lipsic moves it back. Sigar's going to set him up in the half court. Penetration and kick. Extra pass. Wide open for 3. Oh, that rimmed. Had a look. Didn't fancy dropping for Kakic. Gliti. This is much better, Latvia, much more tempo to their offense. They get the open three, and another air ball. They haven't hit the ring yet in this second half. Well, Babkina's had 2 minutes of the quarter break, a minute and a half of playing time. And Tabasco's coming back into the game. She's just got to stay out of foul trouble. To stay clean. Get herself into the flow of the game. Here comes Croatia. Cigar will handle it for them. Pulls the trigger for three, is off. Chance here for Latvia to run, but they're not committing themselves to the break. Good transition defense by Croatia. They get bodies back, and now they match up. Basco still has it. Change of angle, gets it into Klubina, puts it on the floor. He's fouled on the way up. Gets charged with a foul. Much sweeter offensively for Latvia. Better ball. As Klubina going to the basket, reach round foul. An offensive foul and another. And if that's Basco, that's a disaster for Latvia.
Numer 8, number 8, przewinienie w ataku, offensive foul.
Well, Basco's going to have to sit down. She's picked up 3 fouls. She's played 5 minutes in the game. I can't believe she'd have even taken the chance of moving on that screen, but that's what the referee saw. So that's obviously what he called. Latvia still pointless after 2 minutes of the second quarter. Outside the three-pointer Croatia, and that's where they love to shoot from. Great job of Cigar, who reacted quicker to the air ball. And we've got a tied game with 7.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Croatia starting this second period so much more confidently. Well, they're offering the long two, and
2 points. Zaneglite numer 6, number 6.
Gledzi takes the 2. They asked her to take it, so she did. Zickovic misses her first of the game, and Latvia pull down the rebound. Well, Latvia have done a much better job on the boards than Croatia in this tournament at the moment. There's a significant absence of rebounding effort. We've got a foul on Klubina as He's had a really effective start to this game. Tamani's back in the game. Tamani back in for
Croatia. Na boisku numerem 4, player number 4, Sana Mandiri. Z numerem 14, Luka Ivankovic.
All 2 meters of her. He joins the action for Croatia. Now you'd like to see Croatia at least have the option of slowing down and giving Ivankovic the ball deep so she can be effective. Tamani's going to have her hands full with Ivankovic. Mandir looking to create for herself. Kicks it. The 3's away. It's short. There's a chance for Babkina in the open floor. She's a handful here. That's great transition. And Cigar played some tremendous defense, ripped it away, but was standing on the free throw on the baseline. There you go, the replay. Just took it out of her hands. Great quickness. When flicking around like this, both teams, if they had to get those 7 quarterfinal defeats out their system, they've done that now. So both playing for the opportunity to get to the pre-Olympic qualification tournament for next year's London Games. Should have really done a much better job with the shot, Jamison. Cigar thinks about it. Heckles doesn't. Fires the 3 up after a pass. In the first quarter there, it's a horrible stat for Latvia to start his second quarter. 1 from 6, and now another turnover. And Mandir recovers it. So the 1 from 6 and then a turnover. It doesn't get any better for Latvia. Ivankovic still hasn't touched the ball. I don't think she's She hasn't got her feet in the keyway yet. Now she's going to hand it off. She sets the screen. She's just going to get to the middle of the key, and she's got a great rebounding opportunity. Doesn't need it.
Latvia. Przerwa na żądanie Łotwa.
Kakic makes the three. Ivankovic, for the first time in a minute and a half, finds herself in the keyway. That's where you'd love to see a lot more of her. Latvia take the timeout. They've really struggled at the start of this second period. 1 from 6 and a turnover is all they've got to show for the first 4 minutes of basketball.
I go down, I just leave her and go straight to the corner.
No, you go on this point.
Četvorku u lijevu stranu, samo to.
Well, it's been a trademark of Latvia in this competition. As a group, they've had a tremendous tournament, so there's a lot of communication in their timeout. Diego Krupina just wanted to make sure she knew exactly where she had to cut to. And here are the only 2 points they have scored in this quarter. And here's the last turnover. Both players, great efforts. And it was the veteran Mandir who came up with the steal. Croatia back out on the floor already. And these two Latvian fans know how important this game is. 2 for 12 from the three-point line for Croatia. As I said, at the quarter break, that won't worry them because they shoot a lot of threes. And sooner or later, they're going to make 3 or 4 in a row. And if they're only 2, or if they're only 1 up or 2 down, something like that, it's going to be a big factor. Just ask what Spain think of Croatia's three-pointers. Here's Latvia though. Jakobsen, Zane Jakobsen makes the pass. Tamine to the basket. Floats one, gets the 2 and 1.
Punkty zaliczone. Basket count numer 14 na Markowi Luca Ivankovic.
Well, Ivankovic picks up another really unnecessary foul. She's got help. Well, I'm not really sure how they've called it on Ivankovic. Completes the three-point play. Opens out to a 2-point lead. Croatia beating the trapping defense. Wide open. They're not going to pass up the open one, and they knock it down. Kakic hits the 3. So they've just got to match up. They don't have to rush out, but they cannot leave them in that much space. Jensen. And the foul's called off the ball. It's always a worry when 10 players in both colour uniforms. Not really sure why the foul's been called. Marta Kakic is charged with that personal foul. That's foul number 1 for Marta Kakic. Most, there was a little bit of extension of the arms, so it's a push. Substitutions for Latvia. Nadola. Nadola's in the game. Babkina to the basket. Kisses it off the glass for 2. So quick. Remarkable angle with her body to protect it there. Pulls up the 3 count.
3 punkty, 3 points.
Well, there's a conscious decision to go underneath the screens, and that conscious decision is leaving Siglar wide open on that occasion. Turnover, another turnover for Latvia. Chance for Croatia to run on the break. Mandir's turned it over herself, then there's a whistle. And in losing the
Numer
ball.
4 po stronie Chorwacji, number 4 Croatia, Sandra Mandir. Drugie przewijenie osobiste, second personal foul.
The referee's just making sure there's only one coach standing. There's the steal, there's Mandir's foul. Both coaches were up a little bit petty maybe, but that is the rule. So Latvia, having stemmed that run of 1 from 6, got themselves moving again. Jensen's outside the 3. shoots it, is way off. But Babkina should, but Mandir just works harder. What a great push to the basket for two. Sandra Mandir just accelerated past the defense. What's this? There, second acceleration. And no way Jansen was going to get a hand on that. It's a great, great finish. Somebody gets it to... Oh, that's a foul. Vankovic has got away with one there because Cleaner was just moved a long way sideways. And Croatia with the 31-27 lead with just under 4 to go in the second quarter. Cigar made the last 3. Now she wants to run some half court. And that means a screen to get the shot away again. Back-to-back threes for Cigar, and all of a sudden the ring looks twice the size in the second quarter than it did in the first for Croatia. All of a sudden they've made their last 3. They're up to 5 from 15. Little pick and roll. Tammany goes up, and it's a nice touch. But they're trading 3s for 2 at the moment, Latvia. That's not really going to be great for them. Mandir, who's yet to get herself going from outside. Cigar's feeling it though. She's just made the last 2, misses that one. Latvia have a chance to run. Nice early pass. Great transition. Tammany was in. Should have gone straight up. Kicks it back out. And the long 2 is knocked down by Vidola. Don't take your eyes off this one because it's up and down. Quick shots both ends. Babkina and Karlina combining in that very effective Latvian backcourt. Karlina looks, and we've got a whistle.
Number 7.
She's called for it, and we're at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
These will be the second and third free throws as Croatia take the timeout. And I assume it's only really for a blow because they're getting the shots they want. You just hope that at some point Luka Ivankovic will get herself in the keyway.
Trči za njom, zašto mora do kontakta doći u bloku u bonusu, da nije bonus, da nema tu dodira, samo za njom ide ruka na liniji dodavanja, centar će ti pomoći ubijanje. Ideš Ivezić umjesto Marta. Bitan nam je kvalitetan blok i da ima...
They set the pick.
Lucas here is
very fast here, very fast.
Again, they're both in control, but
you this position very fast. Very fast.
it's more plays like this one from Tammany where they were aggressive and went to the basket. Because at the other end, Croatia have just found their range on the three-point line. Again, another example of when they attack the basket, Latvia are getting good options. Whereas Croatia are, as they have done at various stages of this competition, living outside the three-point line. Well, that's always a nice stat for a big player, to lead the tournament in rebounds. Taman gets the over 10 rebounds a game. That's a great number for a big player to have. Free throw is missed. Sabine Dola will be trying to at least go 1 from 2, which she does. Latvia extend their defense to show a little three-quarter court pressure. And again, now the easy pass. They look like they were going to trap, but it's too easy, and Slagar gets it back. Backs it out. There's the high post screen. Mandir. Well, the three's away, that's off. Kudzic, no good from beyond the arc. Babkina. Gets it back. Tamani sets the screen, Babkina looks at it, she doesn't get it. Now it's there on the inside. That's good offense by Latvia, we've got a whistle. And Sliskovic is called for the foul. It looked like a little bit of post play. She's entitled to hold her forearm against her.
Jednocześnie 5 fauli zespół w kwarcie, kara 2 rzuty wolne.
Tamani is pretty close to 80% from the three-throw line, makes the first. And with this, if she makes this, we've tied again at 34 apiece. 5 ties, 8 lead changes. That tells you a story of how up and down this game has been. Another 3, that's way short. That's good defense by Nidola. Really got a hand up on that one. Babkina. Kublina moves it back to Babkina. Tamani looks to set the screen. A little staggered screen for Latvia. Kina pulls it for the long 2, is off. Ivzic gets the rebound and brings it herself. Just over a minute to go. Mandia to try and get herself going, and she just can't at the moment. And Latvia with a chance to run themselves. They've got numbers. A little hand on the pass, slowed it up, and Sliskovic comes up with a steal. Siglar crosses over and is fouled on the way to the basket by Kristina Clarklina. So we're in the last minute of the first half. So now we'll go to the free throw line to try and restore Croatia's lead. She's off with the first, and she is only a 50% free throw shooter on the tournament. So misses both, and there's a whistle. And Karic stepped into the keyway early, so the possession will go back to Latvia. And referee's trying to...
Jednak był to błąd zawodniczki drużyny, która broniła. W związku z tym jeszcze jeden
wasn't Lisa Karic who was a judge to go in early. It was Kublina was a judge to have crossed the line early. Bit of confusion by the officials, but the most important thing is they get it right in the end. So again, another chance. Now from the free throw line, she takes full advantage of this time. Croatia have the 1-point lead in the last minute of the second quarter. Tamani's outside the 3, Babkina. Tamani wants it, he's going to go to work inside. Turnaround jump shot is off. Karic gets the rebound, and still 25 seconds to go, so they've got to shoot it. There's plenty of time for Latvia to get it back. Siglar coming off the screen, thinks about the 3, turns it down, and they've got a foul on Tamani, and I'm not completely convinced of that one. Let's have a look.
Number 7.
Tamani will pick up foul number 1. Let's have a look. Well, there was a little push at the end there, good call by the official. So Croatia will hold the ball now for the last shot of the first half. Zara comes off the pick and roll. Oh, beautiful pass. And Sliskovic has had a great first half. Babkina gets the 3 away, that's way short. And on the back of Iva Slidskovic's 10 points and Iva Siglar's 11 points, Croatia have the 37-34 lead at half-time. We'll get a chance to look at the statistics in a moment. But it's been lead changes, game of runs, and we still only have 3 points in it, so the chance to play off for 5th place in the 2011 Women's Eurobasket is still up for grabs. The chance to keep alive the chances of qualifying for the 2012 Olympic Games is still there for both teams. And statistically, offensively anyway, it's not a bad half at all. 57 and 60%. The turnovers for Latvia have been the key, though. 11 turnovers for them. Apart from that, we're not looking at too much disparity. But Croatia have found that three-point range. They still only shoot 25%, and there's the game leaders. Swan has 13. Siglar has 11. Luskic has 3 rebounds to go over 10 points, and Stigar has 4 assists. So those two between them are dominating the stats for Croatia. So we'll be back in around 12 minutes or so for the second half of this first classification round. We'll leave you with the scorers and confirmation that Stigar and Sliskovic have just had a great half of basketball. We'll be back in around 12 minutes, and we'll see you for the second half.
Number 13. Babunti, 2 points.
Welcome back to the Atlas Arena in Łódź. Both teams back out on the floor. Just recapping a little from the first half, and Günter Basko only playing 5 minutes. Someone who averages well into the 30 minutes a game for this team, has picked up 3 fouls and has only in fact played 3 minutes. And that has been a hell of a haul. Now Mandir has only 2 points, has 17 points off that Croatian bench, and Mandir with only 2 points is a factor for Croatia, but that slack's been picked up because Sličković and Sila have 10 and 11 points respectively. Basko, there's confirmation of that. Tamani and Kublina have 18 points combined. And the big number there, though, for Latvia is the 11 turnovers. Now, Babkina is turnover prone. She's still only 22 years old, and as exciting as she is at times, will turn the ball over. 11 turnovers, though, has given Croatia a chance to take this lead. Off those turnovers, Croatia have knocked down 6 points, so it's a huge factor in the game. It's a factor that Latvia have to correct in this second half. And Günter Basko has to play most of this second half if, in my opinion, if Latvia are going to progress. Zane Taman has 13 points, as it says there, and she doesn't miss often. 5 from 7 from the field. She's done an excellent job. To an extent, carrying and trying to pick up the slack of not having Günter Basko in the game. Siglar's really had one of those halves that you really dream about. 11 points, he's done an excellent job from the three-point line, 40% from the three-point line, and she has sparked this Croatian lead. Here we go, the second half of the first of the classification games, 5th to 8th. Tamani's going to get a touch, just about hangs on to that. Puts it on the floor, tries to work to the middle. Kubina comes high, that should be a foul line jumper.
Numer 14, Kubina.
The pass to the post was sloppy. Kubina made a nice cut. Tamani got it back to her, and the easy 2. Sličković needs a touch. She's doing a great job scoring so far. She needs the ball early, just re-establish that. That's an offensive foul. That's great defense by Babkina. And Mazic gets called for a foul. That will be foul number 2.
Second personal foul.
And there's the contact right in the middle of the chest. So that's obviously an offensive foul. It's tempo for me, for Latvia. I need to keep it a little bit faster, a little bit sharper. Zap passes, move the ball. He's going to be called for an offensive foul away from the ball, setting a screen on the baseline.
Number 4, Sandra. Excuse me, Elina Babkina. Pierwsze przewinienie osobiste. First personal foul.
Croatia trying to score their first points of the half. Blocked. Tamani's just blocked. Now she's off to the races. Looking to go to the front of the ring. They've got to get the ball. That's great effort. You've got to replay the effort for the big player. Kubina shoots for 3. Counts it.
Time out, Croatia.
Croatia into the third quarter. Take the timeout. And Kubina with her feet set. That's transition basketball. Kubina led the break. Excellent pass by Babkina. Straight right into the hands. Knocks down the 3.
I ne bi dodala jednu loptu da ga jebeš. Ti ćeš unutra, da ima 2 metra, zabiješ se glavom u nju. Izgubiš mi 3 lopte za redom, razibeš mi cijelu koncepciju napada. A ja govorim brzi pas po obodu. Zašto ne riješiš lopte ako nije šut? Zašto ne riješiš lopte? Radiš ono što ne radiš, driblaš i puniš mi reket cijelo vrijeme. Iza toga, prvo šut za post.
This Latvian team trailed his Croatian lineup by 15 points in the second round of this competition. And for Latvia to come back in a hurry. Well, they have trailed by 3. And they've now taken the 2-point lead. He will not want to see Latvia on a roll. That's how the quarter started. Beautiful, high percentage shot. Krubina makes a 2. She's feeling it, gets the 3-point opportunity and takes it. Improving percentages for Latvia all the time from the 3-point line. That gets it up to 33%. Missouri. This is Mandir, has to step up. Goes to the hoop strong, is blocked. And it will be a Croatian ball. She's desperately asking for a foul. There was a lot of contact, palms up from the coach, palms up from players.
14 seconds left.
Well, we do have the benefit of slow motion. But Sandra Mandir may have a case. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Croatia will handle the basketball at the end line. Mandir trying to receive, trying to move, and she does move and gets it after moving out to the 3-point line. Coming off the screen. Wide open, Miskic is off for the 3. Who's chasing that one down? Mandir is. Long rebound for Croatia, and Missouri will set things in motion again. Mandir finds Missouri, pulls the trigger for 3. We don't need a second invitation on this Croatian team to shoot the 3, do we? It's one invite catches all. Babkina goes to the hoop, floats a bad one up, and that's an atrocious decision. A chance here for Croatia. But with the momentum that Latvia had, you'd have thought she'd have steadied things down and tried to get a high percentage shot. Slitskovic in the keyway. Inside, outside for Croatia. Count to 3.
3 points. Number 9, Mirna Mazic.
Slitskovic assist. There's the pass straight into her hands. Nothing but string on that one. Croatia get back into the lead. Babkina puts it on the floor. Tamar gets to the screen, now dives to the hoop, needs a pass, finds one. Tamar's finally got it inside. Swarmed around, long 2 is away, is short. Oh, they've given it to Krubina, the 2. Mandir and Missouri just gave it up. Lost possession. Tamar can't complete the 2, and we've got a foul called. Not the messy phase of play.
Drugie przewinienie osobiste, second personal foul.
Well, substitutions off the Croatian bench. Star is in the game.
Zmiana w zespole Łotwy, substitution Latvia.
It's Basco. Joins it. Key moments these for Latvia with Basco in the game. Dola was charged with a personal foul. That's foul number 2 for Sabine. Siglar. It's a little high post screen. Pops it. Switches goes up. Ow! Just misses the drop. Has to go to the free throw line to make both now.
Number 5.
The first time chance Slitskovic has had to shoot the ball. Dola quickly pulls her 3rd. She's got a big bump, but she'd have expected to make that.
Iva Slitskovic,
Well, one thing Iva Slitskovic doesn't normally do is miss free throws. Hasn't missed one yet in the tournament. And still hasn't missed one. Slitskovic moves on to 12 points. And Croatia move on to 42, and they lead this 42-39. Basco comes back for it. Oh, little high-low pass, and Krubina scores. That's a beautiful play.
Number 14.
Krubina just held her space. Tamar just found it sweetly. Slitskovic outside the keyway. Mandir to the basket, goes up, scores. Oh, she's just about looking, she's feeling it now, wants to get herself going. Basco. And confirmation, she's now moving on to 6. Basco wants this, she's got to find a way to get herself into the game. Though outside is good 2. Nidala gets the long 2. Feet set, knocked one down, 44-43. 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Mazic is off, chance here for Latvia to run. Basco's down the floor, but Croatia have numbers back because they didn't really get anyone to the ball. Globina looks inside, it's not there. Basco goes inside. Semaine goes up, little soft right-handed shot. Globina's after the offensive rebound, throws one up, doesn't get it. Taman gets it, it's fouled as she goes back up. Mandir looks like she'll be charged with a foul.
Numer 4, number 4. Chandra Mandir, trzecie przewinienie osobiste, third personal foul.
Mandir's numbers are on to 3, that's... Well, the two leaders, the two veterans, should we say, both have 3 fouls now. Mandir's just picked up her third. Latvia a chance to tie it, which they do not take. Tamani's a pretty much an 80% free throw shooter, so I expect her to knock this one down. Makes the second. 26-18. Izvic gets going, and when she gets going, she scores them in punches, so she'll desperately want the ball. 9 points already. Tamani's outside. Globina looks there, Karklina goes high. (46-44) as Globina doesn't get the basket now. Going after the offensive rebound, picks up the foul, and she will sit down. She had a great start to this quarter, and what Liana Janson has to do is continue that work on the inside. 0-4 when they out-rebound Croatia, where they're struggling at the moment. Oh, and there's an offense now. They called that defensive. Sigal called for the block.
Numer 10, number 10, Ivan Ziegler.
For a team that doesn't rebound incredibly well on the offensive end, Croatia, with that stat that you saw, really do have to look after their own rebound. Oh, stolen, horrible pass. Chance here for Croatia to increase that 2-point lead. Beautiful pass, Izvic. Good rotation on the help, they've skipped it. Izvic is going to get called for a travel, and she was desperate to score because, as I said, when she scores, she normally makes the next 2 or 3 shots, so. But the traveling violation is called, and Latvia have yet another opportunity to close the gap, and maybe even to take the lead. Basco still to get her points tally underway. Oh, nice move to the basket. Vidova gets the 2, ties the game, 46-46. We have another tie. Vidova with 7 points, we're all trying to contribute. When she gets going, Izvic doesn't care whether it's a good shot or a bad shot. Should be an easy 2 for Latvia. The pass was just a little strong. Karklina is knocked away. Another turnover for Latvia. 14th turnover. Cigar backs out. Twice as many as that graphic tells you. Cigar trying to create her own shot here. Moves it on. The 3 is taken and is good. Latvia taking time out. They've got to maintain and be relentless at the defensive end, because as soon as they stand off, Croatia will start to make 3s. And so Coach Hulis takes this timeout. The pass was made and no one moved. That was the problem. No one was actually active defensively. So it's a nip and tuck game. And already 10 lead changes. We've been tied 7 times in this game. biggest lead
Go drive, cut to the
for either
basket.
team has been
Every
7.
time.
Samo je širina bitna.
And we haven't had a 7-point lead for a long while. The 2-point stats are impressive. The 3-point stats are not anything to
Ovo
write home
sad kad je ova
about. But that
petica
it
prošla sa
never ever
krila,
worries
a već
Croatia.
je
They've
presmo
taken
pope bila, vi to
26
morate spojiti, neka se nabije, morate spojiti to. Ne može mi proći i polagat loptu, jel jasno?
27 threes, and we've still got 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Nikolauskas is really developing a great relationship with these players. It's an effort, it's a joint effort. You know, he has his role, they have theirs, and they all understand it. It's great respect both ways. And now they trail 3 in after his timeout with 3:30 to go in the third quarter. Sandra Mandia sits down. Babkina's back in the game. Basco is still not a factor in the game. And she's forcing herself to be. Foul's called on
Number 5, number 5, Lisa Karcic. Pierwsze przemienie osobiste. First personal foul. Na linii rzutów wolnych from the free throw line.
Sheer willpower on this move. She goes up through the contact. And now she's got to step up. And that's her first point of the game. We are 27 minutes nearly into this game, and Gunter Basco averaging nearly 12 points in the tournament. That's her first point of the day. Make that 2. In full court pressure, Latvia getting after it. Trapping defense and slowing it up. So the guy's got to get it over. Does. Ivankovic is in the game. They use her out here for high post screens. Now she's got a mismatch. Throw it inside. Ball's kicked. Extra pass. Biscuits weaves a little bit. Oh, steps back. Long 2. Count them.
2 points.
Right on the buzzer. Bina moves the ball on. Gets inside. Going up to Ivankovic. Doe's going to the hoop, kicks it. Basco checks, she's outside the 3-point line. It's long. Ivankovic, that's not boxing out. And there's a technical foul on the Latvian bench.
Przewinienie techniczne dla ławki drużyny Łotwy. Technical foul. Latvia bench. Kara 2 rzuty wolne plus posiadanie piłki. Penalty 2 free throws plus ball possession.
Croatia will go to the free throw line. They lead 3. This will make it 5 plus possession. The assistant coach is up. Jivcic makes the first, but there's no excuse to getting up, but I've got a fair amount of sympathy with his point of view, because Ivankovic had no box out position. She just leant and extended her elbow and held with her arm off the board. 53-48. Now, 5 points is one of the biggest leads of the game. 7 has been the biggest. Croatia now have a chance to open this game out. Don't forget, though, they led by as many as 15 in the group early in the second round. Ivankovic for 3. I just don't understand her mentality on that shot, but anyway, here's Babkina. Babkina gives her a screen. Babkina's wide open. Ivankovic rushes out, knocked away. And you've got to give the Croatian defense some credit for that. They rushed out, forced Klubina to put the ball on the floor. And Nedola.
Number 5, number 5, Sabine Nedola.
Foul, that's foul number 4.
Czwarte przewinienie osobiste, 4th personal
There's the
foul.
foul. Nedola just wanted a little bit too much,
Jednocześnie
too
5
quickly.
fauli zespołu wparcie, kara 2 rzuty wolne. 5 team fouls in the period, penalty 2 free throws.
This will tie the biggest lead of the game if Ivcic gets both of these. There's the first.
Jelena Ivanic, 15, number 15.
And misses the second. Klubina pulls down the rebound. We've got a 6-point game. There's only 2 minutes of the third quarter to go. Here's Babkina. Basco. Jensen, who's still in the game. Basco gets it back. 3-point pointers away from Klubina, knocked after she let go of the ball. And Coach Nikolukis is not a happy coach at the moment. Lucic puts it on the floor, skips one back out. Kaki puts it on the floor, spins, no way to go. Cigar, this is going up, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Tries to penetrate, wrap around, Ivankovic with the easy two. And Latvia take the timeout. That's a great read, great pass. And the big girl didn't need a second introduction today. She missed a couple of those yesterday. But with 1:27 to go in the third quarter,
the basketball that we want to play. This is not the basketball we want to play. In offense, try to create for somebody else. The only thing that we do, we go in offense and we say left, right, 1, 2, left. We cannot play 5-on-5. We play every time. Try to create, to play more simple, pass outside. If you are open, take the shot. Try to fit the post inside.
Ako centar nakon bloka zauzme kao sad dominantnu poziciju, nek može riješiti, još je bonus, svaki put je koš faul. A ti si veća jača od njih puno.
Game from 2-point range. And they are, at the moment, opened out to the biggest lead of the game. They lead it by 8. Points in and inside. And the three's outside. And Ipswich herself, as we said, gets them going in a hurry. She's 4 from 11 in total, but has 14 points. And she's not shy at all. It's 56-48 with just over a minute to go in the third quarter. Nicola puts it on the floor. And we've got foul on Ivankovic underneath.
Numer 14, number 14, był Ivankovic. Drugie strzelienie osobiste, second personal foul. Zatwierdził, że Latvia zmiana w zespole Łotwy na boisku numer 10, player 8, number 10. 4-1. Dziś faul i zespół w kwarcie kara rzuty wolne.
Prady's in the game.
Free throws.
And Nicola sits down. Well, it's been an eventful journey so far for this Latvian team. Babkina makes the first. Had a chance to win the group there. She is second in assists. And with 15 points a game, 6. But the stat that really worries them as a team is that she's the leading turnover person in the tournament now. Ivankovic. Here's the lighthouse in the middle of the floor, wide open. Looks like a little 2-3 match-up zone here by Latvia. But that can be a little bit deceptive because they just won't guard Ivankovic on the perimeter. Kakic puts it on the floor, feet set, nails a 3.
3 punkty, 3 points.
If you get down against this Croatian team, they can miss a couple. And as they make one, they get straight back into the back. Pushed it. Got a nice layup at the end of the break.
Numer 10, number 10, pierwsze trzebienie osobiste.
And Coach Nikolukis and the officials not seeing eye to eye on every blow of the whistle at the moment.
5 team fouls in the period, penalty, 2 free throws.
And Uzic is on the 3-throw line. He's 5 from 6 on the game today. Make that 6 from 7. She's starting to accumulate some points. 8-point lead for Croatia. And she goes 2 from 2. Biggest lead of the game now, a 9-point game. Waiting for Basco to come off the screen. Now she's got it. Jensen wants to screen. Now she goes to the hoop. Basco for 3 is way long. Into Basco, a little bit static again. That Latvian offense has struggled at times today with its movement. Very static again there. This should be the last shot. Pull up 2 from the foul line is way long. Ivankovic almost does. No one will get the shot away. Babkina comes down with it.
Koniec trzeciej kwarty
End of
spotkania.
the third
Informacjąco
quarter.
61-52.
Croatia have opened out and now lead it 61-52. They've increased their lead from 3 to 9, and they're in control of this if you could ever see a Croatian team being in control.
I govorim šaka, zna se s koje strane pokani šaka. Govorim da u zoni cijelo vrijeme skupljaju s prvog pasa. Kreneš, navučeš prvoga i samo produžiš dalje. Tamo imamo trening šuta s druge strane.
So they know there's a way back against this Croatian team because they will carry on shooting the three.
Ajde, samo čvrsta.
Let's go to the offensive rebound. Now, because of our big players, we'll go to the offensive rebound. We have to sprint back. Okay. We play three stories in every defense.
He's just making sure. He does keep it simple. He doesn't want to overcomplicate it. He lets them make a lot of decisions. And the 2-point field goal percentage here for both teams is way above normal. 55 Latvia and 59 Croatia. The turnovers have slowed down for both teams. There was a point in that, quite early in that third quarter, it was 14-7. So people are taking much better care of the basketball. But Latvia just, every time they get within 2, every time they get within 3, they tie up. They haven't led for a long time. There's been 10 lead changes and 7 ties, but they're those lead changes that had Latvia in the lead happened much earlier in the game. Ivkovic. And that tells you everything about Ivkovic's game. She's last in field goal percentage in the tournament, yet she shoots the ball. She doesn't. If you stop her shooting it, she's no point in playing it. Scar goes inside. Ivanovic is knocked away. Chance here for Latvia to run. Oh, it's Marta Kakic just made sure there was no fast break opportunity for Latvia then. Just reached straight across. Karklina is, after having a great game yesterday, he's yet to get herself going. He's only shot the ball 3 times. She needs to become more of a factor. Inside to Klavinia. Puts it on the floor, it's going baseline. Step through, no foul. Defense by Karkic. Klavinia looked for the referee. She should have looked to make the move and score. But with 12 seconds on the shot clock, Latvia still had plenty of time as they controlled it on the end line. Karklina's open, they don't give it to her. Into Vasco. Still, Vasco, not a factor. Spins, gets to the middle, tries to wrap it round to Tamani, gets it, goes up, short 2 is good. Tamani gets the nice little touch going after a bit of a fumble on the pass, but 16 points for Tamani. She's doing marvelously well. Ball's reversed. Karkic, victory.
3 points. Lisa Garcic, numer 5.
Now Latvia can't panic. Croatia are knocking down threes at this moment. They just got to guard them, but they can't panic. Oh, turnover. Babkina. We said she was turnover prone. Cigar is fouled down 1. And Latvia are looking a little bit sorry for themselves at the moment. Picks up the 3rd foul. Let's have a look at this. Great job by Cigar. She waves her hand at her and touches her. Why she waved her arm at her is totally beyond me, but made the call easy for the official. And Latvia, after 1 minute and 10 seconds, have to take the timeout. take the timeout a minute into the third quarter. Latvia have taken the timeout a minute into the fourth. Ralic got the desired effect. He stopped the Latvian run and opened out the lead again as the quarter progressed. Well, there's a lot at stake here. The winner of today's game has the opportunity to get to the qualification competition for the 2012 Olympic Games. The losers will have the pride game for 7th and 8th. Seglar's had her best game in the tournament by a long way. Her numbers are statistically, she's better percentages, it's the points. She's done a marvellous job today. And complete stat from the free throw line as well. A 12-13 point Croatia lead. Well, it was 15 in the group. Latvia moves it on, to Vasco. Vasco wants it on the inside, has got it, now she's going to work, spins to the baseline, beautiful finish. Play where you can be effective. Vasco's so good. Get into the hoop. She had 13 points in the win in the first round, in the second round game. She only has 4 because she spent most of the first half on the bench. Segal weaves to the basket, tries to float one, and doesn't get the drop. Now they've got a chance to run 4 on 3. Babkina looks for the open player, pulls up herself for 2, is way off. She had better options than that. And she had Tamani, who's carrying them offensively wide open, chose to take the foul line jump shot. Segal moves it on. Number 3 is short for Kakic that time. And Latvia will get the ball on the sideline as Kakic, after missing the shot, gets back. Sličković comes back in the game for Ivankovic. Sličković has had a marvellous game. And Mandir, who's not been a factor so far, she hopes is coming in to seal this victory for Croatia. Well, they're getting frustrated with each other a little bit. Kubina finds Karklina, gets it back, going up. Oh, poor shot. Vasco wanted it, and we got a foul. Kubina's going to be called for a full foul.
Numer 14, number 14, Ewa Kubrina. Czwarte przewinienie osobiste, 4th personal
foul. She wants
foul.
out, and it's not a great sign when players ask to come out, but she wants out. Well, the journey, there's no way this Latvian team's going to quit. They can't believe the journey's over. 67-56, is still way over 7 minutes to go. Another 3-point. Mandir! Well, she's been quiet all game. She gets going now. She opens it back out to 14. Gunzabasco wants the basketball. Finds Klubina for the long 2. That's short. And Ivkovic pulls down the rebound. Croatia now, they've got the opportunity to clock manage. They don't need early shots unless there's a really high percentage one. Segal penetrates the keyway, finds Sličković, finds Mandir, moves it on. Segal for 3 is good.
3 points, Ivan Ziegler, number 10, number 10.
Bunches now. They've made 11 3-pointers in this game so far. Let's go. Got it and finds the pass. Karklina, long 2 is short. Saved by Segal, recovered by Sličković, and Segal's got it back. Well, how much? As you get 34 bench points from Segal and Karic, you've had 26 of those between them. 34 is a huge number coming off any bench. Nearly half the points for Croatia. Segal's now just waiting, and it's a 3 that's short, but they take it. Oh, they got the offensive rebound. How much energy is left in these Latvian legs? Just coming up to 5.5, and Segal's into clock management mode. Basco can't foul. Definitely can't foul now. There's only 10 seconds on the shot clock. Segal penetrating, waiting for someone to come up open. Ivkovic is going to get called for the travel.
Substitution Latvia. Zmiana w zespole Łotwy. Na boisku z numerem 9, player in, number 9, Jene Janssonen.
Klubina comes out. And Sony comes in. 73-56. In the space of 5 minutes, it's become a very, very big margin. Basco trying to answer. Sony moves it on. Nice first step, you know those fouls. Mandir's going to get called for her 4th foul.
Numer 4, number 4, Sandra Mandir. 4. przewinienie osobiste, 4th personal foul.
5 minutes is an eternity, and Mandir leaving the game could be massive for Croatia. Just want to see Latvia be the aggressor here. Get to the hoop, do not settle for the jump shot. Basco comes off 2 screens and settles for the jump shot. And misses that, and there's no rebound opportunity either. Croatia have only committed 2 team fouls as well. One of the ways that Latvia could get back in there is getting them to foul more. Spreading the floor. They cannot step off. Latvia have got to go after this. The guy's just killing the clock now. 5 seconds, 4 seconds on the shot clock. Finds Ivskic wide open. We've got a foul called. And the foul's called on Nidola with 2 seconds on the shot clock. And she will sit out. She's fouled out. That's a 5th personal foul. Well, that's an easy one to call.
5th personal foul. Foul out.
So she's going to get replaced by Freddie. It's a belief question now for Latvia. Do they believe they have the chance to get back in this? They trail 73-56. And Croatia into managing the clock again. Cigar gets to 7, gets to 6 seconds. Ivsic for 3, count those 2. Right, it's a 20-point game. The first 5 minutes of this. Bakina tries to answer with a 3, she does. It's a long road back, but it's a road they're going to work on now. Right now, they've got to play some defense. Bakina just tries to fake a little bit there. Cigar, if Jansoni switches, she's got to get after her. There's not enough time for her to step off. Ivskic finds Sličkovic high, puts it on the floor. Mandir's wide open for 3. Count those! Croatia with enormous momentum here. 79-59, just under 4 to go. Again, there's no rotation in that Latvian defense. It was like a replay of yesterday. 10 points now for Mandir. Jansoni moves the ball up. There goes inside. Basco's fouled.
Numer 5, number 5, Liza Karčić. Drugie przewinienie osobiste, 2nd personal foul.
Liza Karčić is called over the top. Little push in the back with that left hand. 79-59. Well, they came back from 15 in the first stages of this tournament. They're going to come back from 20 now. Basco penetrates, kicks it. Today for 3 is good. 79-62. One of the highest scoring games of the competition. And Croatia pouring in 3s in the last few minutes. Cigar's just holding it up. Babkina's and her team have got to find a way to get the ball out of Cigar's hands. Karčić for 3 is off. Chance now. Babkina's fouled at the halfway line. That'll be the 4th team foul for Croatia.
Number 10,
Any further foul now will stop the clock.
Timeout, Croatia.
And I'm sure as Coach Bralic calls the timeout, one of the things he'll be focusing on is not sending Latvia to the free throw line. Well, Latvia, 3 minutes, just about enough time to get back in this if they can get the stops. And it won't be just from straight man to man. He'll have to find Coach Galaukis will have to find an answer, will have to find some options defensively. Whether it's a trap, maybe some running jump, anything that increases the tempo, anything that may force Croatia into the turnover. The difficulty is Cigars having the game in the tournament so far. Mandir is now right with the game.
Okay, don't let him come in front of you.
And they
Okay, don't let it come in front of
you. The 3-point stat.
If she gets the ball in front of Lina, send her to the baseline, go for the trap, go for the rotation.
39.
Okay.
39 of the 79 points have been from the 3-point line. Well, 3 minutes for Latvia to give themselves an Olympic chance. 3 minutes for Croatia to seal the opportunity to make the 5th and 6th playoff game. And most 3-pointers made and attempted in one game, Croatia. They've attempted 36 threes. Babkina, they need something early. They need something early and quick. She's got a matchup, attack the bigger player. Babkina goes up, scoops one, is blocked, didn't actually go past her, then throws it away. And as she drew the help, no one gave her a pass. 2:57 to go, 79-62. So, well, if you give them 24 seconds, they're just going to run the game out. Babkina's got to try and steal Latvia. Too accepting at this point. Cigar long, 2 is short. Jinsoni pulls down the rebound. Chance for Babkina this time. They've got to run something early. Babkina's on the dribble. Finds Gunzabasco. Penetrates. Great hesitation. Great 2.
Number 8.
Need some stops. They close it to 15. Basco still at 6. There's the trap. That's good. They're going to hit a passing lane. Throwing it over. Nice pass by Sadar. Sliskovic is going to give it back to Sadar. No panic that time by Iva Sadar. And Dia looks inside, moves it on. 5 seconds on the shot clock. They're inside, knocked away by Basco. 2:01 to go. 3 seconds on the shot clock. 15-point game. And Aya Putkina comes into the game. A little bit quicker maybe than Jansoni. Mandir, 2 seconds, 1 second, got to get it away, too late. Oh, you've got to wipe that off. Even I can work out that if you get 2:01 and there's 1:58 now, 3 ticks of a clock, not 2. So Latvia need a quick one. Basco, she the player to get it to him. She going to penetrate? Yes, she is. She's going up. She's fouled. That one. 1:52 to go. If Basco makes this, it's a 12-point game. 1:52 to go. Are they going to come back again? 15 in the group. It was 20 in this classification game. Basco, you can see how critical her fouls in the first part of the game were. Now they can't miss any opportunity. Misses the one, gets her a rebound, goes up and gets the drop. 4-point play for Basco, 11-point game. Latvia in the full court. Oh, it's a travel, not call. Sliskovic throws it cross court. Sliskovic gets it back. Sligar, 1:40 to go. Got to get out. They've got to make something happen with the defense. 24 seconds. If they let them run it through, there's not enough time left. Ziska outside, long 2 is good. She's had a marvellous game. Percentage-wise, she's been phenomenal. Babkina is fouled, and that'll be 2 free throws. That's not the smartest thing.
Numer 10 na parter, Cygla, trzecie przewinienie osobiste, third personal foul.
She's had a marvellous
5 fauli zespołu w kładzie, kara, 2 rzuty wolne.
14 points on 6 from 7 shooting and 2 from 2 from the line. They're the percentages you want at this level of the game. Babkina to make this an 11-point game again. Got to gamble in the full-court press here. 12 points for Babkina. Hanging on by a thread, Latvia. Got a chance to trap it there. Oh, Sliskovic did a good job. Getting in that little gap. Cigar, they've got to, why not trap, why not foul? And that will only be their
Numer
fourth
4,
foul now.
Elina Babkina.
Well, Cigar is not a bad person to foul. She only shoots 50% for the tournament. And Martin Kakis is on the floor, and she's under 70% too. So there's people out there to foul. That's the guys that go after her. They've got to foul her now. They're not fouling now. She's going to the basket. Oh, she's knocked away. Good to Basco. Well, you can't fault her at all. So unlucky. 1 second on the shot clock. 57 seconds to go on the game. There is a chink of light left in this game for Latvia. One second on the shot clock. Sliskovic, and that'll do the 24 seconds violation. Latvia have 55 seconds to score and stop Croatia. Score again and stop Croatia. And score again and stop Croatia. So we've got to get an early shot. They can't spend time with the ball. Bakina steps back for three. Count those! 81-73. That's a long two. Still, let's go to the hoop. Weaves to the beach, fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line if she makes these two. We've got 7, and we've only taken 10 seconds off the clock. Leverson, she called for the foul. Basco, if she could have got this one up, what she wouldn't have given for the chance to be shooting 1, not 2 here. Basco is long with a free throw. Pained expression. She has 10 points. She's dragged herself into this game. Makes the second.
Timeout, Croatia.
Well, Croatia take the timeout. It does give them the opportunity to bring the ball in the front court.
Ovdje igračica ne zna da je sekund do kraja, ova mi baca preko cijelog terena njima u ruke, a govorim kratki pas iznad glave i koncentracija da je ključ. Nismo pravili ništa, ima povore.
She's a 50% free throw shooter. If they foul
Sliška napravi pokupno, Ciglar gore visoko. Lisa, stay here. Znači imaš tu loptu.
Sliskovic is the player they don't want to foul. If they foul Sliskovic here, they can count the 2.
Go for the steal. Go for the steal. Go there. Go there. And only Kunta will.
Instructions are clear.
Clear on this area.
For George Digalukas.
4 seconds, 5 seconds, and you didn't steal the ball, but you go for the steal, okay? Make the foul.
They have to go for the steal. They can't just foul because that could be an unsportsmanlike foul and will give 2 shots and possession of the game. So this is key moment for Latvia. Can they get the steal? The steal here could give them a chance to cut it to 6. Then it becomes just a 2-shot game. In a 2-shot game, you've got a chance. Ivskovic, they're not great percentage numbers, but she just fits the style of play for this team so well. She's going to bring it in. Saglar's got it. Now they've got to foul her. They've got to foul her. Oh, they're giving it up to Mandia. That's just not smart. Slagar's a 50% free throw shooter. Mandia's 86. They didn't foul. You could hear Coach Durant was just pleading with his players to foul. On the free throw line. She hasn't shot a free throw today. That's the only positive of fouling Mandir. She hasn't been at the free throw line today. She misses the first. 35 seconds on the clock. 81-73. Can Latvia almost come back from the dead? Busco's got to inbound it. It's a 9-point game. Basco for 3 is way off. And they foul Mandir on the rebound, and they're going to walk down the floor. And maybe the decision not to foul Cigar took away any chance Latvia may have had.
Second personal foul. Na linii rzutu wolnej from the free throw line, Sandra Mandir.
And you've got to commend Basco. Gunter Basco for taking the responsibility, but better 3-point shooters exist on that team. Here's Mandir, who's trying to ice it for Croatia. And don't forget what she's trying to ice is a chance to qualify for the 2012 Olympic Games in London. One extra pass, wide open, Basco puts it on the floor, throws one up. misses that. That should do it. Mandia's put it on the floor. And she will make another walk down the floor to shoot 2 more throws. And what was a tremendous tournament for Latvia earlier on. Wins over defending champions France. Looks like it's going to be a disappointing end. They've still got the 7th and 8th game to play for, but the chance of being in the qualification group, the qualification tournament next summer ahead of London 2012 is slipped away. And Mandia with her 13th point of the game. Looks like she has iced it. Venus knocked it off her foot, throws it inside. And there's 2 points for Nimani. Croatia are going to walk this one out, and that'll do it. 84-75, it's Croatia who progress to the 5th, 6th playoff. The winners of which will have the opportunity to compete in the London 2012 qualification tournament. They will play the loser. One of the losers of the quarterfinals that will follow this game